Beau Thistle's journey is just as intricate as the artwork she customizes on shoes. In her lifetime, school and the corporate ladder proved to be the wrong fit. And to find her true calling, she had to circle back to her first love, art. So today, the BT Shoe Studio owner helps people share their journey through wearable art. And Beau joins me to share her story. Hello to you.
Hello and good morning. How are you?
I'm so good. So let's talk about it because you started selling art and customizing shoes after dropping out of high school. What drew you to shoes and artwork in general?
Yeah, absolutely. So I actually started by my love of creating artwork. I've been loving creating artwork since I was a kid, and one night I honestly ran out of canvases. So I grabbed my new pair of school shoes, which was a pair of white Vans, and started painting on them. That's all I had. And then I posted a picture of them online, and then the next morning I woke up to 19 orders. So when I realized I had a business, because I mean, art on a canvas is really cool, but the shoes are very personal. People live in them. Instead of art hanging on a wall, I realized I could create storytelling that people could wear, and I loved helping people feel seen and just start a conversation.
Yes, indeed. I always say fashion is a way of telling a story without even opening your mouth. And it seems like that is what you're doing through shoes and bags. I want to go back a little bit because you ended up going to college. You ended up going to culinary school and even tried the corporate route as well. But when did you realize this just wasn't for you and you had to get back to the art?
Yeah, from the outside, everything looked great. I had the degree, the corporate sales job, got the promotion, I had the paycheck, but I was unfortunately pretty miserable. I always say that I was praying for it to be dark at around 10 a.m. because I just wanted the workday to be over, and that thought was my wake-up call. I realized success really means nothing if you're living a life that you're just not excited to wake up to.
I get that. I think a lot of people relate to that actually. And so let me ask you, what challenges came with the journey of going back to art?
Yeah, there was a lot. It was really hard to step away from a career that looked really good on paper, but honestly, I got really lucky. I got laid off. The day
Oh,
before
wow.
I was laid off, I had closed one of the biggest deals in my career. Suddenly, I was unemployed, and I was shocked for sure, but I felt relieved because I could finally realign myself with a career that was actually fulfilling to me, not just something that looked good on a resume. And the moment that changed everything for me, there's a specific moment. 3 months after getting laid off to the day, I signed my first corporate deal with Dell Technologies. So at that moment, I realized if Dell was willing to bet on me, it's time to bet on myself. And I've honestly never looked back.
You know what? Everything happens for a reason, and you are a living testimony of that. Because you're right. Sometimes we wouldn't push ourselves to quit a job that looks good on paper to chase our dreams. So sometimes we have to fall into it. And it sounds like you took the journey by the horns and said, let's do this. So let's talk about the shoes. They come in different shapes and sizes and designs. How do you know what you're going to do with the shoe? Do you go by what people are asking you to, or do they say make it custom?
Yeah, so every project starts with the person, not with the shoe. Every order starts with a 15-minute consultation directly with me. So I'll ask the clients about their story, who's it for, what they're celebrating, or what moment do we really want to bring to life here. I'm not painting shoes, I'm translating someone's life story into artwork. The shoe is really just the canvas. So we pick whatever works best for you and your style, and I let you know if the paint will adhere well to that, and we'll go from there.
There you go. Well, let's talk about how you're making those stories come to life, actually. Mel Robbins is the best-selling author behind Let Them. And how did you end up designing a pair for her?
Yes. So I met a girl who was actually going on her podcast. She was a cybersecurity expert, and Mel wanted to bring her on. So she wanted to give a very unique and personal gift, obviously, to Mel Robbins. And then she reached out to me and she said, hey, you have full creative freedom. Just go for it. So I did quite a bit of research and I decided to create a shoe around Mel's famous message, Let Them. And since she is currently on her book tour, I wanted to include a hand painted skyline of every city she was stopping in. And
Oh,
Mel
wow.
absolutely loved them. Yeah, it was awesome.
You are intricate and detailed. I like to hear it. Girl, I got to find your link after this so I can get some
Thank
GMT
you.
shoes for myself. I think we actually have another picture of a pair of your artwork. Can you explain this pair to us?
Yeah, this was a cool moment as well. I got to hand deliver custom shoes to Drew Brees, and I decided to create a pair of shoes that not only highlighted his career in football and what he was most famously known for, but also wanted to incorporate some personal details for Drew himself, like his personal motto, faith, family, football, and the small businesses he's been a part of, and his love for family and pickleball, all within one cohesive design.
Absolutely incredible. I want to fit it in here because all the shoes are amazing. Let's get one last. These are cool. This looks like a cowboy boot ready to go. This is perfect for all our DFW viewers. Tell me more about how you did this.
Yeah, that's exactly why I started it. After moving, I'm from Vegas and I moved to Austin. And I wanted to create something that honestly hand painted sneakers aren't for everyone, but a custom story is. So, especially here in Texas, where boots are a huge part of personal style, a lot of people want something more subtle and timeless and everyday wearable. So, burning into leather actually lets me tell the same story in a different way that still elevates someone's style.
These designs are absolutely stunning, I have to say, Beau. You have found your calling, and I'm so happy for you. Can you tell us, where can we find you? How can we get our own pair of customized shoes?
Yeah, absolutely. So you can order your own custom shoes on my website, btshoestudio.com. And on Instagram, it's just my name, Beau Thistle. And Instagram is really where I'm documenting the entire process of walking away from a corporate life and betting on yourself at a young age. Because I really just want people to know that it is possible. You don't need to wait until retirement to live a life that is worth living.
There you go. I like that. Don't wait to live a life that's worth living today. Beau, thank you so much for being here this morning. Appreciate you.
Of course, thank you.